Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Tuesday on the Den. It's me, JD. Let's get going. All right, so it is Random Topics Week, and I decided to kind of give a little bit of an update as to what I've been doing and what's been going on in the last few weeks. I've not been MIA, but I have also been a little MIA. So Hawaii went amazing. It was amazing. It was so good. I went last year and decided to go again this year. Got to tour like a bunch of movie sets that they filmed there. I got to see behind the scenes on Jurassic World 2. And I can't talk about it because I promised I wouldn't talk about it. Just kidding. I didn't really promise. I literally signed an agreement stating that I would not disclose anything from the movie. But I did get to go into like Indominus Rex cage where they filmed the first Jurassic World. I got to go into like the observatory. I got to see like the claw marks everywhere. It was really cool. I got to go to the sets of like Kong Skull Island, the new Jumanji. I went back to where I spread my dog's ashes last year, and I did a little memorial for him. I went to a luau. I went to Pearl Harbor. I got to see the USS Arizona memorial, which was a lot to take in. And I got to do some of the stuff I did last year. I had really great seafood. I got to go to the beach. I got to see a sunset. I got to do a lot of different things. It was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed my time out there. As for the most recent, what I kind of wanted to talk about in Random Topic Week was how I've dealt with social anxiety, having PTSD, agoraphobia, being introverted, which most people don't know that I'm an introvert. Shocker, I am. But how I deal with that on a regular basis and continuously sort of interact with the world around me. For many years, for the better part of a decade, I really didn't go out and do anything. I was very introverted. I would stay home. I wouldn't really go out and do anything. I didn't really want to make new friends. I pretty much did like work and school, which took up so much of my time, and that was great for me because I didn't have to go out and do anything because I had no obligation to do anything other than school and work, which took up so much of my time. I didn't have time to do anything anyway. But it really allowed me to avoid making new friends, new relationships, etc. And in the last kind of 2 years, I have really started to look for ways to kind of push myself outside of that and kind of find myself again after the assault back in 2009. And it had been so long since I just kind of started doing things that I decided to join rugby, of all things. I have some friends of mine that actively participate in rugby and are part of leagues all throughout the world, really. I mean, I know a lot of you that either watch rugby or participate in rugby, and it was really great for me to be able to find a sport that I didn't necessarily feel like I needed to be like six-pack abs and ready to go and whatnot. And so I just literally did a Google search. I just searched for like local rugby leagues, not knowing if there was one anywhere near me. And it turns out that there is a rugby league like 20 miles away from my place in the town of St. Cloud, Minnesota. For those of you who don't know where that is, basically in Minnesota, it's like pop dead in the center. It's in the middle of Minnesota. And it's fairly close to where I live, and I messaged the team. They got back to me. I joined the team. I got invited to their spring formal. I started to go to spring boot camp, which has been the last 9-10 weeks that we've been having boot camp, where it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays where we go and we get our asses kicked by basically doing CrossFit and high intensity interval training, where it's just constantly getting our heart rate up to some ridiculous level. But I've noticed a lot of changes in my body. I haven't lost almost any weight, but everything's fitting better. And I've been told that that is losing fat and gaining muscle. So it is not terrible. But the best thing is the group of guys on this team are absolutely some of the most insane, funny, down-to-earth, love inside joke kind of people. And it has been so great to join this league. We're the St. Cloud Feeders. We are the men's senior league out of St. Cloud. It's not a gay rugby league. I'm the only gay person on the team that we know of. I'll I'll casually put that out there. Someone on the team's probably going to see this and we'll launch an internal investigation. But I feel like we all get along really well, and it's more like a family than it is a team. And I've only been a part of the team since like January, and I already feel like there's these are some of the, like, I have such less social anxiety. We go out all the time. We hang out together almost weekly, multiple times a week beyond training. We go out to a local bar in St. Cloud. We'll have a few beers. I feel like I can actually go out and do that now, which has been a long time coming. And I don't feel any of that kind of apprehensive anxiety to be able to get out and do things again in my life, which is amazing, because it sucks to be the person who doesn't get to do anything because of agoraphobia and social anxiety and being introverted and whatever. It's helped a lot. I just actually played in my first match on the, look at my calendar, it is the 17th. I played in my first match on the 17th, and literally my first match. I have never played rugby in my life until this point. And for anybody who knows rugby fairly well, I'm on the front line. I played tight head prop, which is position 3. Anybody interested in looking that up? There's also potential interest in me being a hooker. You know, rugby, you know that's just a literal thing that I do. It's position 2, but I might be a hooker. Sorry, Mom. But I'm a frontline kind of guy, and I feel like that's where I'm best suited, right? To be in the middle of the scrum and to make tackles happen. And I feel like having that has really sort of transformed how I view my own mental illness and social anxiety and PTSD and all of these things, because I've kind of found that point in your life where everybody hits the, they say it'll get better, give it time and whatever. And I know that there are people out there that feel like it's not going to. And for 10 years, that was my life. I felt like this is not going to get any better because I found complacency in doing nothing, like staying home, school, and work. And that's all I did. And I felt great doing it. But I was able to find something that allowed me to physically get, not aggression necessarily, but the anxious part of me. I was able to work it out by, rugby is a very physical sport, and you get to hit people. It's encouraged. Allowed me to get that anxiety out, and I got to start meeting people, and I'm going out to bars again with friends, and I don't feel unsafe now at these places because I have a group of like 30 guys that are my size that will hurt somebody if they come after me, which helps a lot. But it's been incredible, and I hope later on in the season, on one of the days where we have a match, I will have live video going. I want to do a live feed of some of our matches so you can see me in action, because right now that's not happening because I'm still learning a lot about the game and myself, and I feel like I look like a crazy ass person running across the field and doesn't really know how to do anything. But for those of you who are looking for help, if you feel like you don't have the ability to do a lot of the things, like I didn't have the ability, like if you have that social anxiety, agoraphobia, you're afraid to make friends, or you don't want to make friends, or you hate everybody. For the most part, I hate everyone. You guys are amazing. Some of my friends are amazing. I use that term lightly. The team is amazing, but I'm just not somebody who likes to go out and meet a ton of new people. Then I joined rugby, and now I'm meeting all these new people all the time, and it's amazing, and I love it. So look for things in your community that make you feel safe and that can get you out in the public if you are looking to do something more social. I never in my life thought, I would be in a sport, no less, but it would be rugby. I had to learn all of this new stuff. I love it, and it's really helped me. So there are things that you can do to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and get to where you want to be. If you want to be like that and you have no idea how, join rugby. Not that that's for everybody, but it's literally a sport for people of all sizes. And if you're on this channel, chances are you typically wouldn't be considered athletically inclined, because I am not athletically inclined. But it's been great, and I go to the gym and I lift, bro. I'm never saying that again. I'm really sorry for doing that. That felt gross. But yeah, so things do get better if you have social anxiety and agoraphobia and you have panic disorder or anything. Like, there are outlets that are healthy for you to do. And if you have any questions, whether it be about rugby, if you're looking for a league in the United States, I don't know too much about international leagues, but I know a lot about the USA rugby leagues, and breaking my desk. And if you have any questions, just let me know about the game. I'm still learning quite a bit. Now I'm somebody who will sit at home and watch rugby all day, every day. whenever I'm home. Anyways, I hope all of you have a fantastic week. There are some really good videos coming up. I know yesterday's random topic generator was amazing. I love doing those. I've done them in the past. Hope to see you guys next week. Looking forward to it. I have a pretty busy week this week with some rugby training going on next weekend. On the 7th of May, I am going to be in Nebraska for a meet in Wayne, Nebraska for rugby. So we're going out of state for one of our matches. So I'm kind of excited, and I will keep all of you fantastic Bears updated on that. But thank you so much for watching this week. I will see you next Tuesday. Have a great one. Bye.